Hello everybody and welcome back to Facts with Boom. I'm your host, Boom the Railway Cat, and today's facts are for Reading Green Park. So let's begin. Reading Green Park train station is a brand new National Rail train station in South Reading, Berkshire. It's on the Reading to Basingstoke line between Mortimer to the south and Reading West to the north. The station was opened on the 27th of May 2023 and was built to serve the Medeski Stadium, the Reading Green Park Business Park, the Green Park Housing Development and Costco. Just kidding, no one gets a train to Costco. Plans for the station were announced in 2007 and approved back in 2009. Building was expected to start in early 2009 and be completed by early 2010. However, by November 2010, building hadn't even started. This meant they had to extend the planning permission, which was expiring. In October 2011, the owners of the business park, a company called Brupim, announced that the plans for the station had been suspended after a local housing development project had been scaled down. Over the next half-decade until 2017, the budget kept increasing and the funding kept being revised. Planning applications were submitted and the station was then planned to open in 2018. But it didn't. The 2018 opening was convenient because it coincided with the electrification of the Reading to Basingstoke line and the introduction of new/refurbished trains, but that didn't happen either. The electrification of the line was put back until after 2019, but to this day the electrification beyond Reading West has still not been obviously started. In November 2015 there was a meeting of the Reading Borough Council's Strategic Environment Planning and Transport Committee, where they discussed pressing problems, including how the delay in electrification of the Reading to Basingstoke line may adversely affect the train service. Meanwhile, the station hadn't even started to be built, and little did they know it would open 7.5 years later. The station was planned to be built in 4 phases, with each phase only being built when they had the required funding or demand. Phase 1 provided a station with 2 5-car length platforms with canopies and a footbridge. There would also be an access road and a shared cycle and footway to the station, along with 2 bus bays and a cycle hire hub and cycle parking. Phase 2 would add a separate footpath to separate pedestrians and cyclists, as well as a rank for 5 taxis and a 3rd bus bay. Phase 3 would add another section of access road, double the number of bus bays to 6, and add a car park with 103 spaces. If enough funds appeared quick enough, the station could move from Phase 1 to Phase 3. Phase 4 would add a 200-space 4-storey car park and would reduce the ground level to 42 spaces. It's worth noting that on the day we went, a Sunday, there was 1 car in the car park. Everyone accessed the station on foot, and it was fairly busy as well. According to my observations, the current state of the station is a mix between phases 1 and 3. There is a ground level car park but only 3 bus bays, with the 5-bay taxi rank. I don't specialise in cyclists or pedestrianists, but I can see there is a footpath following the road and a very windy footpath running vaguely parallel past the lake. Potentially this is to separate the two. I'm also unsure if they're going to add another access road, but my drone footage shows where this would most likely be, so potentially this will come in the future. The station's construction began in the spring of 2019 after a new budget of £16.5 million had been decided. The station was meant to open in May 2020, but it was delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In October 2020, it was due to be opened in the late summer of 2021 at the earliest. In June 2021, Network Rail announced that the station opening had been delayed again until April to June 2022. By August 2021, the station was mostly complete with the bridge in place. Following completion of the building works, a 4 to 6 month commissioning period was expected to follow in order for the station to receive authorization to be entered into service. The station was finally opened on the 27th of May 2023 with a total cost of over £20 million. That's 13 years late and goodness knows how over budget. The station consists of 2 150-metre, 490-foot long platforms which can accommodate up to 6-car trains, and a 15-metre, 49-foot long footbridge which has stairs and lifts. The station also has these big gates which I think are for letting large numbers of football fans in and out quickly so that they don't start fighting. Inside the station building is a gate line, a desk which I assume sells tickets, there's no traditional style ticket office, and sufficient toilets which were open when I went. There were also 2 members of staff at the station at the time I was there. The station's 3-letter code is RGP, and the station is managed by Great Western Railway. Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe and remember to stay alert.